Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Augustine, for that. That is a role play. Okay.
It's okay, no problem. I'll be willing to go about it.
Okay. So, can you hear me, Augustine?
Yes, I'm hearing you.
Okay.
It's like
fine.
I had a network glitch.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So that is it, guys. This is when you are calling the client. Okay. You are now calling the client to, or the client calls you after they have given you a card. The client now is calling on you to get more information. So when you look critically, you see that when they call, that it is from this, the first thing is to tell the client that you are an economic developer and you can be of one of the thousands household needed to set up a food subsidy center. And it's very important to ask this very important question. How much do you spend on groceries monthly? This is a question don't never you forget. If you forget everything, don't forget this one. Because it leads the clients to tell you that I spend like $400, and you will not go ahead and say, so this will save you $200, right? You see, so Augustine, you see that the script is very interesting because the script leads you to another question.
Yes, right? Exactly.
Because once you ask that question, it leads to a very good conclusion. How much do you spend in a month? And you said $400. Say, okay, so this will save you this amount, right? Because our center, our food subsidy program will help you to cut down your food bill in half. So this will serve you half of it, right?
Yeah.
So that is it.
I think the role play was a nice one.
All right, so let's take questions about this. Okay, let's take question about the role play and how to get the food subsidy center set up really quick in your different location. So guys, we have some people that are actually sending some messages on chat. I don't know if I can see all. Somebody says that if city is the qualification to benefit from United for Food, then I am afraid many of us who pay our program fee regularly but are living in cottages, villages, towns will be left out and behind will be left out behind without benefiting from the food subsidy. What is the fate of these exhibitions? All right, I think a city is found in a particular town, right, Augustine? So, yeah. I mean, a town is found in a particular city. Like in Lagos, we have Ikeja. We have a lot of places a lot of towns in a city, right, Augustine?
First tag, Ikeja, Surrey, Ajegunle.
It's all in Lagos. That is a city, right? That's a city, right? So everybody in that city will benefit. So I don't know what you're talking about. And now, even if a food subsidy center is set up in Ikeja, people can still live. Tibishans can live in villages and they can come and shop. Augustine, is going to be $100 per week. So if you live in a village and you realize that you will still save more money if you pay transport and come and shop, what's the problem there?
You know, in my opinion, what that person was talking about was he lives in an interior village. I don't know, but the way he sounds, he lives in an interior village and he's looking at his environment. They may not afford it. That's why he's saying what he's saying.
If they cannot afford, they should come to the city and get their food and go back.
Fine.
Because, Augustine, when you live in a city, when you live in a village, you have to travel some distance to buy some particular goods that you need, right? Yes. So when you go, you buy, and then you go back to the village.
Of course.
So there's no, as far as you're in the billionaire zone, you get it. You get that. So no need to worry. Somebody says that good afternoon. And all TBC admin and ambassador is doing great job. Okay, thank you. I'm from Kolkata, India. Wow, India in the house. Many India in the house. Okay, so we're going to take, we have many hands up. Let's start with Sami. Same. I don't know what happened. All right, we have Gina also. Hello, Gina.
Good day, Mbe. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm wonderful, thank you. So I wanted to make a comment and have questions about the person, about having to travel for the food centers and everything. I do remember the admin saying that, such as I live in Olathe, Kansas,
Right.
but is not a 50-mile radius in Olathe, Kansas. So he was saying that it could be within a 50-mile radius. So that could include, for where I live, multiple cities.
Correct. Yeah, right.
In a 50-mile radius, because Olathe, Johnson County, that, there's lots of cities within a 50-mile radius right here.
Yeah,
So
50-mile radius is really great. So people don't need to worry. 50 miles
it's a lot
good.
bigger.
Yeah.
When you think 50-mile radius, you don't vision how big that really is. That's huge.
Very huge. Very huge.
50-mile radius from my house in any direction. That is humongous area.
Wow.
To go to, very much so. So my question is this. Okay.
Right.
Say I get a lot of people signing up, for United for Food through merchants or through another way, just through the code being set somewhere. What happens if, let's say, we talk to these people, but they don't want to pay? Oh, I can't afford to pay. I can't afford the 30, 40, whatever a month. Or, well, I'm not interested in that. What do we do then, Mbe? Because they've already signed up, free. So what would we do in cases like that? What would happen to those people?
Yeah, the truth is, personally, I have a bunch of people that I signed them up and they are not paying, right? So
okay.
Not everybody will pay. That's just the truth. To be honest, not everybody wants to pay, right? But I have an approach that I'm pushing people to pay. Like, I ask you, imagine securing $500,000 in a community that has been here for 5 years. You want to secure, or you want to belong to the creamy part of this community, and you having $500,000 every month. Do you think that it is worth paying your program fee for a year? Do you think it's worth that?
Right.
So you need to give the person reasons why he should pay. Okay. So we have the rotator, which is securing your position in the sports. That is something that if you are intelligent enough, you should be able to secure it, because once we fill all the spots, we are going to be the co-administrators to manage TBC affairs. And sometimes I'll ask somebody, like a writer just left my office. This is a writer, this is his book. He just left my office right now. He heard about me outside there, and he decided to come see me. He has signed up already. And I'm like, what is your passion? He said, I have passion in writing. You know what I told him? I told him that, imagine a community where we have 3.5 million people, and you write a book, and you accept 50% in TBC. Do you know how many people in the community will buy that book?
Amen.
And he was like, I see some opportunity there. I said, that is not all. I said, do you have an app? You are a writer. Do you have an app? He said, no. I said, do you know that if you pay your account, we'll build an app for you? He was like, what? Are you kidding me? I said, that is it. I was like, what does $500,000 a month mean to you? Does it mean something to you? He said, yeah, of course, that's huge money. I said, so paying your account. I said, let's do some small calculation. Let's assume that you pay your account for 2 years. Starting from now, you want to secure a position. $300 in a year. Let's say in 2 years, how much is that? $600. In 5 years, how much is that? $1,500. Do you think that is too much to secure a position of $500,000? Is it too much for you? And we were like, where you become a billionaire in our digital currency and you become a millionaire in Bitcoin. Do you think it's too much for you? And we were like, it's worth it. I said, good. So let's get on board.
Right, absolutely.
So
but my question is, okay, what if you've done everything you can to convince a person, but they still not willing, but they signed up and they're sitting there on a free account? What will happen to those people?
At the end of the day?
Yeah.
Yeah, they will just enjoy their cringles, no problem. They can spend up to $50 a day, no problem, if they don't ever pay.
Oh, so they'll just be free member and but they won't have the benefit of going to the food center, right? Or will they?
No, they won't.
Okay.
Only those who are active will be able to shop in the food center.
Okay. Non-active people will not. Okay.
Right.
That's another thing I was wanting to know. You know, if somebody was to ask me, well, if I don't pay, can I still go to the food center? I needed to know the answer.
At least everything cannot be free. you can go to you can go to other areas and you shop up to $50 for free. No transaction fee, nothing. You don't pay anything, no problem. You can go to our merchant, you shop up to 50%. Sorry, up to $50.
Oh, to them. So they can still shop at the merchants, they just can't go to the food center.
No, you don't go to the food center. You want to eat good food, pay. But let's look at it, Gina. You see, I don't think that once you get a food center, everybody wants to pay, because the admin was talking about $100, 50% cash, 50% TBC a week. In a month, that's $400. If you spend $25 or $35 to have food for $400 a month, is that too much?
No, it's not. So I think, like, I was thinking, okay, those people who in the beginning don't want to pay, once they see the food center set up and people going to, and they'd be like, hey, how do I do that? Oh, well, I did this, I signed up. Oh, well, I'm signed up for that. Well, yeah, you have to pay though to go here. They'll probably start wanting to pay.
Yeah, but the problem, or what I'm feeling for them right now is that the rotator will be filled up by then, and they will not have a spot. So they are thinking only about their stomach, while we are thinking of building companies. So they only go and buy food, but they will not have the funding. They will not have the funding to build other companies at that time, because once the food center is set up, and people will be rushing, there'll be mad rush, and all the positions for the rotator will be filled up.
Yeah, but they'll still be able to do the food center, right? They just won't be getting the other benefits.
That's right. That's right.
See, that's why I went ahead and paid for the year. I was paying monthly, but when I found out the admin said we could get 500 coins, then another 1,000 coins, and when he said, he said that will take you from billionaire status to, at the end, to trillionaire status.
Yeah.
I said, wait a minute now, hold up. I can help a lot of people in a lot of countries and a lot of things as a trillionaire.
Right.
Before I leave this glorious earth.
That is it. Amen.
And I had the money put to the side anyway, so I could pull out of it every month, so I wouldn't spend it for anything else. So I said, well, I've already got it, so I might as well just pay for the year, and I did.
Yeah, and we have 318 spots taken, so we are left with just about 100 something spots out of the 500.
Yeah, I'm trying. I have 3 referrals signed up under me, but none of them have paid yet.
Are you inviting them into this training?
They can't, because they work.
Oh, I see. But you can get Anu so that talk to them, and because sometimes I tell you, you need a third party. Sometimes you need a third party to talk to them.
Yeah.
So you can get Anu in the US, and you guys can schedule, and